Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to Programming Knowledge. And this is another video tutorial series. And in this particular series, we will be learning how to create contact form in PHP with MySQL, jQuery, and Bootstrap. So at the end of this video tutorial series, we will have this particular contact form with all these fields: first name, last name, email, and others. And we should be able to send email when we try to send or click on this button. So in this lecture, I'm going to walk you through the basic structure of our contact form. We will be adding custom CSS, and also we will be laying out the structure of our form itself with the first name and all these fields right here. So let's go ahead and create our new project. So I have created a directory contact form with index.php and also with custom.css files. So let's try to open up this index.php file in our code editor. So in here we have the empty index.php file. So I'll be pasting the base structure of our index.php. So now we have the HTML structure of our index.php. We have the title, contact form, and then programming knowledge. We have set meta attributes. We also included the Bootstrap minified CSS. So in this version, or we have included the version 4.1.3 CSS. And we also included a font from Google APIs. You can pause the video and try to copy all the contents here. And we also included this custom CSS that we have defined in our directory here. And then we have defined the div with class container and row. We also defined column XL8, and inside this division we have defined H1 with the link for our website. So contact form tutorial from Programming Knowledge. And we also included the paragraph that says this is a demo for a tutorial dedicated to crafting working Bootstrap contact form with PHP and Ajax in the background. And before the closing body tag, we also have included different scripts. Say for example, we have included the jQuery minified.js. So again, version 3.3.1. Another script will be the popper.js with version 1.14.3. Another script, bootstrap.minified.js, and also the validator.minified or .min.js. We also have defined a script with contact.js as the source. So we will be creating this file later on. You can search for the CDN for these files, okay, to include in your project. jQuery, we have the Bootstrap, we have the popper.minified.js, and also with the validator.min.js. You could search for this CDN in the internet and include that into this part right here, just right above the closing body tag. And inside this division, we will be putting in the form for our contact form. So I'll just go ahead and paste the contact form element. Okay, we need to indent this so it would be readable for us. So we have the form element with ID contact-form. We have the method post, the action. Instead of contact.php, let us set this into index.php. And the role is form. We have also added div with class messages. And here are the controls. So div class controls. We will define another div with class row. And let's add another div with class column medium 6. And inside this division, we will be adding the form group div, and inside this div, we will be having the label for our first name. One of the most important tags here, the input for our first name, of course. We have the ID form underscore name with type text, name, which is yes, name, and class form control. Placeholder will be please enter your first name, and of course this is a required field. And also we will be having the div with the class help block with errors. Okay, the same thing with the last name. So column medium 6, form group, label for our last name, and input name. So we have input ID with form last name, form underscore last name with type text. We also have the name as the surname, class the same, form control, placeholder, please enter your last name, required field, and we have this help block again here. So div help block with errors classes, and we will add another row that will hold the second row, which will be for our email and the specific need that we are trying to request. So for example, we have request for quotation, request order status, request copy of an invoice, and other. So again, this is for email. We will define the div with form dash group class and label for email, and input ID for email, type email. The name for this field will be email, of course, and class is form control. Placeholder will be enter your email, of course, and required field again. And this will be for our help block if there are errors, also with errors. And here, this is a bit different from other fields. So we have defined the form group and label, and this will be the select or the drop down box that we will be seeing later in our form. So we have the first option will be empty, the second will be request for quotation, the third one will be request order status, and the fourth one will be this request copy of an invoice. We have another row for our message. So column medium 12, form group, label for our message with the for attribute set to form underscore message, which is this ID right here. So text area ID equals form underscore message. Name of this text area is message. Form control again. Placeholder will be message for me. And the standard help block with errors div with all these classes right here. And the last will be the submit button of our form. So div class column medium 12 and then input type submit class btn dash success btn dash send with the value send message. So save your file for now and let's try to preview our index.php. So let's go ahead, go to our browser and navigate to this localhost slash contact form or whatever the directory you have created earlier. So in my case, that is contact form. So if I try to refresh this page, so we will have this contact form with all the elements that we have added. So the first name, last name, email, the specific request, and the message, and also the button right here. Okay, so I think that's it for this tutorial. And in the next video, we will move to the exciting part of creating this contact form. Thanks.